Okay, so here's the pattern, and let's take a look at line 1. So line 1 says, row 1, chain 29, put stitch markers in stitches 8 and 18 and leave for later. So let's see what this means. So when they say chain 29, okay, I just went and got some. These are stitch markers. They're just like big safety pins, but you can use regular safety pins, you can use paper clips, you can use rubber bands, just something to mark the stitches. So when they say chain 29, what they mean is, first you have to make a slip knot. So I'm just going to make a knot. This is a slip knot. I'm going to put my hook through, and then remember, you wrap, and pinch. I'll do it again slower. So I come from behind, I wrap, I come from the bottom, I wrap, and I pinch, and then I want to chain stitch 29. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you look and you count, there's 1, 2, oh, camera, 3, 4. See, this is why there's better videos, because they don't have these weird cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you don't count the one that's on the hook. So this is 5, and it says I need to chain 29 and put markers in stitches 11 and 18. So I've got 5 so far. Let's go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So this is my 11th one. So I'm just going to mark it. I'm going to take my big safety pin. I'm just going to put it through that stitch like that. So that was 11. And then I'm going to go 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let me mark this one. And then I'll go 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let me turn off my thing because I think it's trying to focus behind, and that's why it's getting blurry. I lost my count. So this was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So this is my beginning row. I have the 2 stitches marked in the middle. I think that's where the eyes are going to go. And then I have this chain. And then for the second row, it says in the second chain from the hook, SC. So this is an abbreviation that stands for single crochet in each stitch. Okay, so I want to show you single crochet. So I'm not going to go in this first one. I'm going to skip this first one. I'm going to go in the second one. So single crochet, you put your hook inside the loop. And then you pull a loop over and under. So I'll do it again. You put your hook inside the loop. This is called a yarn over. So I bring my yarn over and I pull this through. And now I have 2 hooks on my loop. And then I do another yarn over, and now I'm back to 1 loop. So again, I'll show you. You go in, yarn over, now there's 2 loops, yarn over, back down to 1 loop. in, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, back to 1 loop. In, yarn over, 2 loops, back to 1 loop. And then as you get good at it, you can go pretty fast. Now I'm trying to watch the recording and my hands at the same time, and I'm not able to really focus on what I'm doing, but you'll get better. Now when you first start, your stitches won't be as even as this. You can see how even my stitches are. I've been crocheting since I was 13, so quite a long time. When you first start, it'll be a little bit lumpier. Some of these V's will be bigger, some will be smaller, because you're just not used to holding everything at the same time. But that's okay. You'll get it with practice. So you have a loop, you put your hook in, go around and draw it through, 2 loops, around, draw it through, back down to 1. So here's the first stitch that we marked. I'm just going to go in, go around, come out like this. And then I'm just going to ignore this and move it to the other side and then keep going. I think that's where the eyes are going to get attached. I think that's why we marked them. So, oh, this video is getting long. All right, let me pause it and then I'll get to the end of the row. Okay, I'm almost end of my foundation row. I forgot to mention some things. When you first start out, your chain stitch is not going to be very even, and it's probably going to be a little bit tight. So actually, in the beginning, this first row is the hardest. This is the hardest row. After you do the first row, the second row will be a lot easier, and I'll show you why. So see this loop that you're putting your hook through in the beginning, you don't really have a lot of space. It's a bit tight. You have to squeeze in, wrap around, squeeze out. Now, mine is going in easily because I have experience. I know not to make it too tight. I know how much space to give myself. I know not to make it too loose. So I have that experience. So that's why it looks pretty easy. You might find this first row really frustrating. When I first started out, I found it really frustrating. Okay, so I'm on the last stitch. So I did a single stitch in each stitch, and then I do a chain 1. So let's see. This is my last stitch, and then I'm going to chain 1 more, and then I'm going to turn. And now I'm looking at a new row. So now we're looking at row 3. So let's stop this video here, and then I'll start a video for row 3.